How is the city preparing for this? You know, we've heard from different sides about the fact that there will be protests, albeit muted, but I imagine nothing will be left to chance.
That's right, Kathy. The city of Mangaung is, of course, preparing for a very busy day tomorrow. Today, it's relatively quiet, but we know that they are, of course, anticipating that court case that will see the Secretary-General of the ANC appear once more here at the Bloemfontein Magistrate's Court. He is appearing alongside 15 others, including businessman Edwin Sodi. Now, you would know that when there's a court case of this magnitude, this city will have to prepare. And of course, we know that there are a number of groups and support groups who have communicated saying that they will be making their way to Bloemfontein tomorrow. But just to give us a sense of the logistics and how this city is planning for tomorrow's court appearance, we are joined by Qondile Khedama. He is the spokesperson for Mangaung. Now, Qondile, if you can just take us through some of the logistics that this city has prepared. We know that Ace Magashule is appearing tomorrow, the Secretary-General of the ANC, as well as 15 others who are, of course, facing charges in the asbestos project.
Yeah, we have learned from the experience. You'd remember that this is the second time that they land into the city, and obviously we treat it as any other high-profile case. You'd remember that when other cases are coming, like the one of the Julius Malema and so we have really met as the law enforcement stakeholders. One of the things that they've raised is that we must make a plan that would allow other people or users of the city to still feel comfortable to do their business. That is the reason that we're closing other streets for traffic flow and so on. The street we have actually closed totally, it's President Brand, up to Psychiatric Hospital, because that is where the traffic flow is. Part of the Fountain Street, the St. George's, and other streets that are inside the Magistrate Court precinct, because we want to also try and make sure that there is no confrontation between members of the community and those that have a potential to be coming and supporting people who would be appearing tomorrow. The other thing that is critical to us is making sure that the law enforcers are within the precinct, so that they also regulate the traffic flow, because some of the people find themselves within some of the streets that we have closed, and only to find that the business in which they are operating are part of the cordoned area.
Now, we know that a number of these support groups have said that they will be making their way here. We know that they've also been warned, saying that we need to observe the lockdown regulations in terms of crowds gathering. At the same time, there is this issue around how many police will actually be deployed here. Are you seeking help from national as well to bring in more law enforcement? Because, you know, the last time there was this court appearance, things did sort of get out of hand. Have you asked for additional law enforcement to be here and to be visible tomorrow when these suspects appear?
Yeah, look, the issue of numbers has been taken care of, because in the security cluster meeting that we had, it became a necessary point that numbers have to be raised just to make sure that people are safe, because at the end of the day, we have a responsibility of the city of making sure that the citizens of Mangaung are safe and they do their business as they normally do. With regard to adherence to protocol, look, the city, the country, the world, it's still observing the protocols. In South Africa, in the city, we're observing protocols. So people must take responsibility of their life, because it is your life that is involved. So if people are not going to take care of their lives by adhering to protocols, it's unfortunate. But they have to observe, unfortunately, the protocols, health protocols, as per the guidelines. So we would want to encourage everybody to do so, despite other activities that are involved.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, that is the spokesperson for the city of Mangaung, Qondile Khedama, just talking about the logistics that have gotten into planning that court appearance tomorrow, Kathy. We do know that much earlier on, Kathy, we spoke to the ANC spokesperson, and he has said that they've asked their members not to gather here in their numbers and to observe the lockdown regulations, but they can anticipate that more members and some supporters, calling themselves the RET support group for Ace Magashule, they've indicated that they are expected to gather here and come out in their numbers. There are also those who are going to show their support for the victims of the asbestos project. So it is set to be quite a busy day here at the Bloemfontein Magistrate's Court. And Kathy, this happens at a time when the ANC have also spoken about particularly that issue around the step aside issue. So once that comes into play tomorrow, when we see the Secretary-General of the ANC come here and appear, it comes at a time where there has been those guidelines which have been adopted by the ANC when it comes to step aside, where they've asked their members who are facing any criminal charges to step aside voluntarily.
All right, Newzroom Afrika's Mbali Thetani, we're going to leave it there for tonight.